teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. The Niners at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll run here with a rookie 2nd-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to Walker on first down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He'll buy some, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance on the move to his left. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I think this defense is still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Lance on the option right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now we give to the big fullback Juszczyk. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Right back to Juszczyk again. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on.
And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Tannehill. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with McCaffrey off the option. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off of play action, here's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Lance. That is caught. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trey Lance scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like he's got a man, complete, 20, 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Folk connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Lance. It's caught inside the 25. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 61 yards. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now Nick Folk, his career long, 56 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And fortunately here for them, he's going to be taken down before he can gather much momentum on the run back. So no fireworks on the final field goal attempt, and that'll do it for this first half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard.
He's got a man, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Running right, here's Walker. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, it's Tannehill. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Fan.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 18 yards on that one. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Lance looking to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That's one heck of a third down conversion, a pickup of 39.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 21. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tannehill. Gets this to Fant. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Now Tannehill. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing Tannehill, and Walker has it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Tannehill to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last throw here for Tannehill. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. But Charles, a heartbreaking way to lose this game. They got into position for that final play, had a decent look toward the end zone, but ultimately picked off, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, they gave themselves a great opportunity, didn't they? They'll replay that snap over and over. But sometimes you just have to give credit to the other side. Defense stood up in the final moment and